there was a lot more energy and effort just coming from the team at times this year. And I think that 17-yard run you had where you just kind of moved through, carried a bunch of tackles with you. Was there any kind of extra juice from you guys this week just with playing with more energy, more effort, just in general?
I wouldn't say any extra. Calf was definitely, that was kind of one of his things going into the week was just, playing, leaving no doubt and just playing, with a lot of energy. We had some of the, practice players on the sideline, and, the way we practiced this week was, or last week was a little more energized. And that's just based off of Calf and how he wanted things ran in practice. And it kind of carried over, and now you say it carried over to the game. And I think it was very evident just by the energy, offense, defense, special teams that, everyone had.
And the way you guys have run the ball lately, obviously Dart's been such a big part of the run game, you and Scat, but just after a game like that where you and Motor really kind of, asserted yourselves, do you think that can be a formula, continuing to go forward as Dart comes back where you guys can, continue to assert yourselves in the run game the way you did?
Yeah, I definitely do. Obviously, Dart's legs, his legs is an asset, to our offense. So I definitely think we're, with him coming back, I think that his legs will help us in certain areas of the field, and he'll help us get out of certain situations. But, yeah, going forward, I definitely do think that, me and Motor, the way we run and how we complement each other throughout the game, and just how the flow of the game and how it goes and how it, it's really easy between us two. I definitely do think, that game really, we kind of asserted ourselves, I guess you can say. But at the same time, Dart's legs is going to be an asset.
Thanks.
Art Stapleton.
Hey, Trace, how's it going, man?
Doing good. How you doing, Art?
Good. You mentioned a relationship between you and Motor, and I think back a couple weeks ago, when Cam got hurt, you talked about how, as happy as you were for him and what he was doing, then he gets hurt, it's another opportunity. I'm curious for you, does it surprise you at all, like during the game, watching you, how excited you are for Motor and vice versa, that your relationships have seemed to get stronger? Even though, some guys might look at it and say, you're taking away opportunities. He gets the touchdowns, you're getting the yardage. I'm just curious from a personal aspect of it. Are you surprised sometimes at how good you feel for Motor and when he's doing a good job, when you could easily look at it and say, I should be the one out there?
No. To answer, it's very simple for me. I'm a team player. I want whoever's out there, whether it's me, Motor, Scat, EG, Turbo, like whoever it is, like I want them to do good. I really don't care to have all the touches, all the touchdowns. That's not really my MO. I'm just a big dude that whoever's in the RB room, if you're out there on the football field, you're producing. Whether I don't care what your name is, but. It doesn't surprise me, again, and it shouldn't surprise anyone else. If you look back to when Scat scored his first touchdown in Dallas, I was, first one on the field, running to congratulate him. That's just who I am. I'm a team first guy, and I'm also like a big relationship guy as well. Like it's bigger than football. You know what I'm saying? These are my brothers. We go out to eat, go to each other's houses. We talk, chill, talk about life. Like all this is deeper than football. So when I see him do good, again, it's more than just him scoring touchdowns. You know what I'm saying? Like I want him to have success as much as I want myself to have success.
So why didn't you have Cam's back last night when he started fighting in the garden?
See, I wasn't there last night. You best believe I was fighting. I was fighting at home though, telling him to duck. But and sit down. But it's Cam a wild man. So and everybody knows that. So he gonna go out there and do what he do.
Thanks, man.
Paul Schwartz.
Hey, Tyrone, how you doing?
Doing good. How you doing, Paul?
All right. You've never been shy, to start seasons to talk about numbers and your goals and things like that. Do you recalibrate You know what I mean? When things, the numbers are not going to be there, and the way the season has going, now you're getting, more. Do you kind of recalibrate and say, boy, I'd love to finish with this now? I mean, I know you're a team guy, and I know you want to win. That's obviously your priority, but you also want to put numbers up to help the team win. So do you recalibrate that? When it's kind of say, boy, if I could finish with this will be good considering how I started.
No, to answer your question, no, not really. At the beginning of the season, it's good to have goals, just to know, you're aiming for. You always want to shoot for the stars, shoot for, bigger and better than what you did the previous year. But as the season continue, you really just have to take it game by game. So there's really no numbers involved in really anything that I'm doing up to this point and going forward as well. I'm just gonna go out there and play football, And when the ball touches my hand, I'm gonna try to do something positive, whether run, pass. And if I don't have the ball, I'm trying to protect those who has the ball. So, to answer your question, I really don't have any numbers at the moment, and I probably most likely won't have any numbers for the rest of the season, just for the fact of it really doesn't matter, to be honest. I'm just trying to go out there and put my team in a good situation, and at the end of the day, numbers look better when you have W's, on your side. So when I can help my team win, that's when numbers will matter. Because if you really think about it, like I think I had like 88 yards, something like that. 88 yards look really good when you have a W, to sit back on. Or 50 yards really look good when you have W to sit back on. But when you have, 150 yards, but you lost the game, like, yeah, you had a good individual performance, but, you still coming home with an L and you feeling sorry the next day. So I would much rather have a W than, any individual stat.
One more. Can you the screen pass that probably should have been stopped for no gain that you picked up 20 on? Can you go through that for me? And at some point when you're going through that, is it just instinctive, or in your head are you thinking, I'm carrying guys here, and I'm going to take this as far as I can? Because really, the way the play started, you can tell me, it looked like it could have been blown up for no gain.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So on that play, it was two screens. The first screen was just a little chip screen, but I knew the dude across me, 56, I believe, he had me man. So when he was following me out, I knew I had a blocker coming as well to get the play started. And he got him just enough so that obviously he didn't blow me up, but I knew it was a chance that I would get hit. So I was really preparing myself, either to make a move or to make a miss, or just to break the tackle, regardless of what was going on. But the first thing is always to catch the ball. But after I caught it, made a miss, I see GVR John Runyon in front of me. So now get the play started. Now it's really just up to me and my instincts and really just doing what I do with the football. I cut back. GVR had a nice little chip block on D lineman that was kind of trying to chase me down. And then, the rest of it is really just very instinctive. It wasn't really any thinking, really, just because everything's moving so fast. There's really no time to think because, mind you, like they're trying to get me down. I'm trying to get yards. And then I think it was like 3rd and 12, I believe, or 3rd, 13, something like that. So in my head, I'm just trying to get 12, 13 yards just so our offense can stay on the field. Everything else after that is bonus. Obviously, I'm doing my best to try to, score a touchdown, but however many yards I get, over, 12, 13 was, a good play for me.
Just keep the legs moving, right?
Yeah, that's it. Appreciate it.
That's it. Thank you.
Last one, Ryan Dunleavy.
Hey, Tyrone, thanks for doing this.
Yeah, thank you.
What do you think of, I don't know that fans really understand the new Giants weekly schedule. Like, are you not usually in on Tuesdays, or do you come in anyway on your off day? And Kafka said yesterday, like, he thought one reason he changed it was maybe like film sessions with an extra day in between would be maybe less emotional today. So did you notice any kind of change in watching film on Tuesday versus Monday, and what are you actually giving up here? Like, what would you normally be doing on a Tuesday if you weren't in today?
Yeah, so I mean, me personally, I do feel a change. I feel like we got a little bit more time because after the game, you usually come in early, or not early, but around like 1 p.m. on a Monday with our old schedule. Then you get Tuesday off. This schedule, you get Monday off, so you really don't have to come in. But, those who choose to can come in, either get a lift or, just do some recovery for your body. But it's not mandatory. And then on Tuesday, which is today, everyone has probably already watched the film at least one time, either on your iPads or in here. So the coaches get to go through it with you. And then also it's kind of like everyone's lighthearted because you already watched it. So you really get all your emotions out. You get to see it, from a clear lens. I think on a Monday you come in, everything's still fresh. Whether it's good or bad, everything's kind of still fresh. So I think, having that Monday off and then coming in on a Tuesday and watching it, you get to see it from a clear lens and with no emotions, no egos, no nothing. And then what I usually do on a Tuesday was just recovery. I will come in, get some massage, acupuncture, cold plunge, and then do some red light therapy. Then, rest of the day is really yours to for whatever you choose to do.